Hello, Internet. It's been quite a while since I've done a Hades Star video because, well, it's a slow game. But we finally made it. I have maxed out my Red Star scanner, and so I thought it would be fun to record my first Red Star 12 run, screaming, dying into the void for everyone's entertainment and amusement. So, we're just gonna see how this goes. Rip this band-aid right off. I just crystalled my scanner, and let's get this thing started. Nothing could possibly go wrong. So I have watched some gameplay videos from other people who have already made it to level 12, and I have talked a little bit of strategy with friends, but for the most part, I'm going in without much of a plan. We're just gonna see how this goes. Hopefully this morning's leftover credits after shipping and finishing the scanner are enough to rebuild my fleet after I destroy everything. And the waiting is the hardest part. Come on, 20 seconds. All right. So basically my plan here is to, of course, jump in with my 3 battleships. I'm just using my standard Red Star Leap loadout and going to clear around my gate first so that I can start getting some Red Star extender buffer for time, because I don't know how long this is going to take. I feel a little underprepared, but let's find out. All right, what do we have? That doesn't look too bad, so we'll just start clearing out here, get a little of the bomber action finished first, because I don't want to be dealing with surprise rockets. All right, great. So that's taken care of. Double Phoenix on the gate's going to be a little bit of a pain. I'm going to EMP this guy, get his shield down. All right. Now what? I think actually let's get those storms cleared out next. Shield's down over on the right. That's good. Hydra's not too bad. That just takes a little time. Okay, here's our new ship. There's the carrier, so that's our new enemy to deal with at level 12. The carrier spawns sentinels every so often. I don't know the exact numbers. And this is not too bad as far as a gate set up to have to deal with it. It could be a lot worse with even more bombers and phoenixes and what else. At this point, I'm just moving everyone around, trying to keep my my regen shields rotating as much as I can so that everyone has some extra health to work with. It's amazing how much easier a level 11 planet is when there's just the Hydra itself and no other nonsense to deal with. We'll interrupt this destroyer before it gets to where it's going. And there is a Phoenix on that planet. I have to watch for its shield to go up. That's going to be very inconvenient with all the trash around. But wanted to start chipping down that bomber especially because I feel like that's going to be trouble. I will burn an EMP here just to be extra safe with the destroyer. Okay, great. We got that. And then he'll be in position to leap and take down these shields up top, hopefully. We'll send you down there. That's pretty safe. I'm not quite feeling rushed enough to need to jump in my miners and transports yet. I have a little bit of spare time down here. Oh, okay, that's a lot of sentinels. So I guess that's how that spawn mechanic works. I realized I need to wait for that Colossus pack to come in, so I'll have the full damage on my leap, which means I may as well go and hit the other planet on the left and get that destroyer cleared out. Now this is actually pretty tricky for a landing site because there's not one super close. I don't think I can bait the Phoenix away from protecting the destroyer with its shield, so I'll just make my best guess here and we'll hope that's good enough. Anytime now. He'll fire it. There we go. The rocket and leap will activate. All right, so I do have it caught, but the Phoenix Shield is going to protect it. Yep. Disband that drone so it doesn't wander over and trigger the Hydra's barrage. All right, this is going to end poorly. I can already see things going badly for that guy. There's too many Sentinels. I was not prepared for that many. So first of many losses here, but we'll leap that. That should take down that shield. And the Phoenix laser will kill the drone. Perfect timing. So I need to keep everything moving here because those ghosts are going to come overwhelm me. Okay, so the carrier's doing its teleport move. That's its other thing that it does. In addition to spawning sentinels, it also teleports around the planet to make your life extra inconvenient. All right, I'm going to go jump in or make my first of many replacement ships for this and get that guy jumped in. And I didn't reconfigure my loadouts ahead of time, but I realize I really want repair drone for these guys more than laser turret because they are isolated Hydras on the starting level 11 planets, so they're really not as bad to deal with, and I don't need the extra oomph from the laser turret. Okay, great. Got that destroyer cleared out, and then... Man, this is so many sentinels. This is crazy. People have been saying, oh, it's not any harder, but I can tell a difference. Okay, we'll get you down there. Level 15 teleport would also be really nice, but don't have that. Okay, that, yeah, that skirts the radius perfectly because I wanted to get in gun range, but not blast range. Okay, I saved all my planets. The hard part is over. So, well, relatively speaking. Man, that's a lot of sentinels. All right. Yeah, so I'm just going to hang out near the gate, and I need to get my RSE rolling. Since I saved all 3 planets, I should be able to jump in 6 transports and load them up. That's a high jump cost. Wow. Okay. Yeah, I definitely see what people are saying about these being more hydro expensive compared to 11s. My level 15 at Rush is cooking, so when that finishes in 10 days, that'll help with cost. That's a lot of sentinels, dear. Okay. How do I want to approach this? Yeah, I need to take out that bomber, and we'll get that Phoenix out as well. Okay, great, that's good. Bait those ghosts. Don't forget to load these guys because we're going to need to burn those arts. This is actually where leap is going to be super useful because I can just pop all of that. And that's going to be a huge savings. Boop. Yeah. So as always, get rid of you, Hydras. AoE is king in red stars. That might have been a bad move because those are, yeah, gonna... lot of sentinels. And you can get overwhelmed quite quickly. I'm actually surprised at how frequently it spawns. Not that that's a bad thing. We need more challenge in this game. All right, load you guys up. I need to get that red star extender timer going, and then we'll move you down away from the ghosts. Why aren't you loading anything? Oh, drunk transports are the worst. Okay. My battleships are safe. If I were smart, I would have popped my repair drone there to fill that guy's HP back up, but it's fine. All right. There's some time pressure, but it's not too bad. What's important is this first southwest planet is almost clear. In fact, I want to go start chipping away at that carrier. And since your leap is ready, I'm going to leap here, try to clear as many of those sentinels as possible. I wish the radius were a little bigger, but is what it is. fill you up. And now we are going to, yeah, in 20 seconds, I'll hit my first red star from that guy, red star extender from that one. Looks like the carrier is teleporting away from me. That's interesting. That's fun. It's a good little tactic. Okay, so I am going to clear that little trash sector and use my repair drone there in order to fill his hull back up. And everything's moving well enough. There's definitely a lot to keep track of here, especially with streaming, because I'm not used to that either. But we're going to be ready to load this guy as soon as that carrier's done. I get the bomber in the southwest and we'll be clear. So that means I can start chipping away at stuff over on the next two planets. That's a lot of ghosts coming in. I need to figure out how to bust up that planet. Okay, we'll have another extender there. Time is getting a little less sketchy, but I hope I have enough time for hydro generation to get everything started. Okay, great. I love that he came over to meet me. That's nice because I am busy with other things right now. I'm actually really enjoying this. There's a lot going on. It is certainly a higher level of challenge compared to the level 11 red stars. So quite a lot of fun, actually. How do I want to deal with things over here? I'll be able to refill his health in a little bit, so I just need to finish clearing that. That's great. I'll have a second planet that's safe. You'll grab those ghosts over there. And I need to deal with this. Well, I'm just going to start chipping away at the Hydra because it's got a big hull and I'm going to have to do something with it. Okay. So you'll come down. We'll get these guys ready to load up. And I need to run away before I get overwhelmed because that Phoenix shield is coming in and that's going to be ugly. But now everyone's grouped up. I can leap over here. That will be delightful. Pop a bunch of damage over there and then run away quickly. A lot of hit and run happening here. I imagine if I had a really high level motion shield and the mental bandwidth to do something about it, that probably would be really effective at this level. All right, I need to get that hydro field going. Grab that destroyer, interceptor, intercept those ghosts. This is great. I'm actually really having a lot of fun with this. I was worried that that it was actually going to be as easy as people say, but I really feel like I have a lot to do here. I haven't even looked at art colors. I don't know if there's any good loot here, anything I want to have, but we'll get that enriched. I can start collecting. That's great. And I'll use my repair drone over to the left here to refill hull. Pop another leap. Intercept those baddies. And let's see what I have to deal with over here. Well, I know I can always take a blue and a green. Of course, you know, I was warned about the artifact luck with... Oh, shit. Well, that happened. All right, 2 ships down. What was I saying? Oh, yeah, all the artifact colors are terrible. There's like 1 red and 1 brown, and that's it. So all the new special level 12 mods just don't exist. So sad. All right, well, I'll jump in yet another battleship to grab those ghosts. I won't worry about the laser turret repair drone thing. At this point, I have enough of the mess taken care of that I shouldn't need the extra hull repair, he said confidently out loud. Okay, good. I managed to grab those ghosts before they came after my guys. I'll come down here and boost those 2 arts. Yeah, definitely I could see a lot of value for motion shield here. Jumping around, chewing up those sentinels a couple at a time. And where am I going to send these other ships? Boost you, boost you. You still have stealth, so that's safe. I'll just let that stealth get eaten. Start loading a couple arts there. Okay, you're doing good. Chipping down the carrier. Intercept the ghosts. Apparently I completed an objective. I don't even know what it was, but I'll take it. Yeah, greens are always good. Blues are good. I really want to get my shields up to level 14. I'm realizing after this experience. And right, we'll send you over there. All right, carriers are down. As far as the Red Star event, which is running right now, I know you would want to leave 1 carrier alive to maximize all the points from those sentinel spawns, but I'm clearly struggling hard enough already. I don't need to make my life worse quite yet. Okay, you have stealth, so that's great. Grab some more arts there. I chose the transports just in case, you know, in some imaginary far distant future, I actually get enough blueprints for Red Star Extender 15 could be useful. We'll just send you over there. Why not? There's not really a ton of loot that I feel the need to grab here. I think we're finally just about in cleanup mode. As soon as these ghosts spawn, I'll send my transports over to the right. And then we'll be... All right, I set the waypoint over there in case I lost track of my little guy. All right, you come in. You come in. Add some more time to the clock. We always love that. And I realize, of course, with all the extra... with all the extra arts that you get on these level 12 planets, that does give some extra extender time to work with. As long as I load things in the order that I want. No, you are not allowed to come after my guys. Didn't realize he was out of shooting range. All right, you'll grab the ghosts. So I can burn some of these for more time if I need it, because we do have these extra level 12 artifacts, but hopefully I won't need it. As soon as the map clears, I'm going to get out of here and get on to other things. Okay, great. And then this will be ready to re-enrich, so I won't run out of hydro, which is great. Okay, do you both have stealth? You have stealth, you have stealth. We love that. All right, plenty of hydro left there. Are you... You are unboosted. All right, come up to your friends. Gotta make solitude work, otherwise those ghosts will eat me alive. And I think it has been accomplished. The thing is done. I will definitely want to go grab those extra credits there because we have some ships to rebuild, but that's no big deal. You're filled up. Boost that. Boost that. That's going to be an inconvenient interceptor. Didn't get my guy loading. Both of you are boosted. Off you go. You'll come up here to hang out with the miners. And hit enrich. Grab the ghosts. There's also definitely a lot more ghost spawns in 12 as indicated. Almost lost track of those. All right. I think everything might be okay. Well, that was... You know what? We're going to wait until everything's out. I don't want to prematurely declare victory here. Oops. We're already boosted. Great. We love that. Get back to mining. And this poor transport here just keeps not getting loaded. Delinquency. Okay. Both of those are boosted. Send that over. Both of you need to be boosted. Send that over. Great. Right away from the ghosts as they spawn. Definitely not used to having two ghost gates spawning at the same time. That is maybe the biggest difficulty change here. The carriers, it'll take some getting used to dealing with all those sentinels, but I think there are ways to handle that. Just about to get out of here, collect loot, and then call it done. Won't be a lot of extra time to farm points. Gotta grab my credits here. I would normally stick around, just leave one battleship in to grab points for the event. But this has been quite eventful, pun intended. So I can't believe you're in range. Okay. The hard part is definitely over at this point. Can't lose focus quite yet. That double drone spawn could catch me by surprise. But that's what dark Red Star 12s look like. So I did not do a regular RS12 run. I jumped straight to hard mode for hopefully a little bit of entertainment for everyone. If you enjoyed this, you know what to do. Please the algorithm, feed the machine, and all that business. What happens from here? Not a lot, really. Farming red and brown artifacts in particular for Pulse. I'm very excited to play with Pulse. I've seen some people using it to really good effect. And I know Drone Squad hasn't quite gotten as much love as far as how useful or how powerful I think it is, but I do appreciate the swarm mechanic, and so I'm definitely going to work on that, try it out. I actually think it could be very effective in RS12 for chewing down carriers really fast. For example, the sort of swarm versus swarm battle that I think was intended here with, you know, you have your drone squad, and then, did I already boost everything? Too busy talking. But, you know, you have your drone squad and the carriers are spawning sentinels, and you have this sort of big action with lots of ships crowded in the same sector. That might have been what's intended here. All right. Thank you for co-locating those. That was very generous of you. Wow. That was, I know I've said this, but that was actually really quite a lot of fun. Surprisingly so. I've been playing this game for so long. And one thing on that note, I really appreciate the Dark Nebula changes. It was a while ago now, but the game definitely takes a lot less of your time than it used to. You know, log in, do your shipments once a day, do one red star a day, a couple blue stars, basically you're done. And it does make it a lot more sustainable to play long term. It's not like hours a day every day for years and years. It's like half an hour a day for as long as you feel like. So overall, pretty happy with that design decision. I think it was a good choice. All right. As soon as my squishies are safely out here, boosted, 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 didn't forget anyone. Well, looks like it's time to wrap this up. Wow, these spawns are wild. Is that more ghost than usual? That looks like more ghost than usual. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's definitely more ghost than usual. Interesting. Okay. That might also be part of why I felt like I was really struggling with the volume of ships to deal with, is there are actually more ships, not just faster spawns, but more ships per spawn. All right, that's that. Hey, what does the score bar look like? All right, so almost 12K for, well, as soon as I jump everyone out here. Wow, 13.6 for a full run. And I don't even remember what the score multiplier is for the event. Maybe it's 12x, so that's going to be pushing 150,000 points. Since there's only 30 seconds left, I've been talking for a long time, as usual. Let's see what the event score looks like once this is all done. I think it's 12x. Okay, everyone's out. And wow, 163,000. That's crazy. I certainly see how people are, or how corps are getting much higher scores now that more people are getting to level 12 in the event. But hey, that was it. That was the first Darkstar 12. It's all downhill from here. I'm really glad I captured it live. Streaming is not exactly something I typically do, but every once in a while, let's shake things up, right? So if you enjoyed the commentary, if you have any questions or anything like that, of course, leave a comment and do all that business. But for now, I'm going to sign out. It's been a pleasure to have you along for the ride. I am going to go touch some grass. Bye, everyone.